20 million African children go to school without shoes. The same governments are proposing more taxes on second-hand clothes in what they consider a strategy to promote the African textile industry. On April 22, 2026, Uganda's parliament introduced a 30% environmental levy on all imported second-hand clothes, framing it as reviving Uganda's textile industry. But that new 30% levy comes on top of an already existing 35% import duty and 18% value-added tax. This means a $10 outfit now costs almost $20, nearly double the original price. Kenya, on the other hand, is considering a 5% tax on the second-hand clothing. The reality here is, walk through any crowded market in Kigali, Nairobi, Kampala, or Dar es Salaam on a weekday and you'll find the same scene. Heaps of clothes, shoppers moving around carefully trying to find the most affordable option. For many families across East Africa, second-hand clothing known as mitumba in Kenya and mivumba in Uganda is not a lifestyle choice. It is a financial lifeline. For as little as $10, a parent can dress a child entirely. The alternative, buying a brand new, can cost several times more. In economies where unemployment remains increasingly high and inflation continues to squeeze household budgets, that difference is everything. For years, governments across East Africa have argued that taxing and restricting imported second-hand clothes could rebuild textile industries and reduce dependence on foreign goods. But on the ground, many citizens say the bigger problem has never been where clothes come from. It is whether they can afford them at all. The tension between banning the trade and protecting livelihoods came to plan in 2016 when the East African community agreed to phase out imports of used clothing. However, due to some local trader opposition and US diplomatic pressure, some countries like Kenya and Uganda delayed the ban. But the conversation never went away, and now the policy is being passed country by country. The trade, on the other hand, exposes a larger global imbalance. In developed countries, people donate used or unwanted clothes to what is known as charity shops. The shops resell these clothes at a much lesser price to the underprivileged people. Ironically, many of these clothes find their way to the African markets. Some with high quality and reusable, others arrive worn out and damaged. The domestic textile industry, looked at as the alternative, is itself fragile. It is underfunded and unable to produce at the price that ordinary Africans can afford. Protecting it through taxation is one thing, making it work for low-income earners is another entirely. Reports show that up to 20 million children in sub-Saharan Africa go to schools without shoes. This is the same region proposing high taxes on second-hand clothing. The question is not whether people will still afford the clothes, but if 20 million children can't have shoes, how many will fail when prices go up? The loser is not the MP proposing this tax, not the tax officer collecting the taxes, but the underprivileged individual who is denied options to find something decent. Critics argue that the policy instead risks punishing the consumers before solving the deeper economic inequalities. Now, this is not simply a story about old clothes. It is a story about who bears the cost when policy and reality collide. For governments, this is about long-term industrial strategy. For traders, it is about survival and the right to earn a living. For the millions of ordinary people walking through these markets every day, it is about finding something affordable to wear tomorrow.